slightly rustic wrapper. The band is what it is, right? CAO. The Tony Soprano. This is the non-soprano. This is, I guess, the second generation after the licensing, right? They don't have the licensing anymore. You know, used to say Sopranos or whatever. Obviously. I'm not sure if the blend changed when the licensing changed. You'd have to find that out yourself.
You're here with Richie, smoking cigars. Hey folks, the park is closed. This is a loading and unloading zone. They just bailed me out. I got bailed out. The sheriff gave me back my piece. He's like, don't be parking in those loading unloading zone. This time's just a ticket. Now get out of my fucking town. All of a sudden it became a Rambo movie. A man just looking for a place to park and smoke a cigar. You know, all I want to do is hang out with my friends at a cigar lounge, you know. It's like a virtual cigar lounge, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I didn't know it was like a loading, unloading, you know, a loading, unloading place, you know, but didn't say any penalty. So, what was the threat to move? Well, because the security guard didn't identify himself. He said he was, you know, I could say I could say I'm an astronaut. Where's your spacesuit? Where's your space plane? I don't think that's what they call them, space plane. It's irrelevant. It was a good point, though. This one was provided us by Big Firm. Shout out to Big Fermi, the Firmament. This is Robusto. This is the 2.0, the CAO, not the Soprano cigar. At least should have named this cigar to forget about it, because it was not the original. The original said Soprano. I heard those ones are better. That's what people say. Now, were they more expensive? You had to factor in inflation. It was in the top 25 of Cigar Aficionado in 2005, and the cigar I think was, I can't even remember. But yeah, I was looking at if you want to laugh, look at like the prices of cigars from like the top 25 list. There were cigars there $3, $5, $4, like the Camacho, and it was the real Camacho, and it was at 8x60, but a real Camacho before Davidoff took it over. When Aroa had Camacho, it was $8 cigar. So that's some funny shit, man. You want to laugh? Go back in time. You look at inflation and how we're getting screwed. Yeah. Kind of a full pack. Wrapper definitely on the rustic side. It is a Brazilian wrapper. From what I've seen, here's the difference between 1 and 2 as far as the blend, as far as the aging process or the quality of the tobacco or the fermentation or the grading and selection or the primings. I don't know. You're not going to get that. But they both have Brazilian wrapper. They both have, I think it was Colombian, Dominican, and Nicaraguan fillers. The difference was the original had a Honduran binder, and this one's gonna have Nicaraguan. 6 to 1 half for the other. You know, if they were all the same, just changing the binder, I mean, it would change the cigar, but how much, I don't know. But once again, though, I mean, did the blend change or the quality? I don't know. I'll say this: nobody gives a shit about the cigar no more, and I don't mean that disrespectful. I just mean like CAO doesn't even care about the cigar. You barely see this is what the consigliere. It's basically going to be an internet-only cigar. I never see the cigar shops, ever. Why? Because CAO is constantly making newer cigars. When it comes to like mid-tier brands, it's more for, I hate to say it, more for newbies, guys getting into cigars. And hear me out. Because those guys aren't going to take great risk in price. So it's always like, what's new? What's new? What's new? And then you get guys, if you're going upper echelon cigars, it's like, they're more about the reliability and the prestige. Like, Padron really ain't making new shit overall. You're not getting 2 new cigars a year, 5 new cigars a year, and 3 different wrappers. Like, It's like you want the 26 or the 64, you know? And they have one box of Family Reserve somewhere. You get what I'm trying to say, though? So, I think the higher-end luxury cigars, it's more about the consistency and the reliability. And with mid-tier cigars, it's more about the buzz. Like, what's coming out? What's coming out? Oh, this is new. Why'd you stop making the other one? Why'd you stop making the old one? Don't ask that. Just wonder how the new one tastes, you know? So, kind of like Rocky Patel. Rocky Patel's just constantly making new shit. It's like a DJ just keep on spinning the same song with a different bass drop. Oh, shit. This is the new DJ Rocky Patel. DJ Rocky Patel. It is windy out right now. Hold on. DJ Rocky Patel. Bringing the greatest hits. DJ Rocky Patel. DJ Rocky Patel. I'm getting kind of a bad draw on this. I hope that opens up. Well, the wrapper just cracked on me. It just cracked by me puffing on it. Great. We are off to a good start. CAO, I hope the cigar tastes good because my jaw's a little snug and the wrapper just cracked by puffing on it. There is a very hot spot right here. I hope we don't have a vein crushing it. I'm gonna give it time to build up. You know, my experience with CAO, they make some good stuff. They make some okay stuff. And for the most part, none of it's like mind-blowing. Well, the Firewalker, when that first came out, was fantastic. But the issue on the Firewalker was the wrapper was very delicate, but the flavor was very unique. When it comes to higher-end CAOs, and I'm not saying they're like $40, but within their range, they can get some exotic stuff, $10, $12, $13. They tend to try new stuff, and they tend to try to do a lot of stuff with Brazilian tobacco, which most people don't do. Most people don't give a shit about Brazilian tobacco. They don't. You know what I'm saying? Though, and is that a good or a bad thing? It doesn't matter. You don't. You know what I'm saying? Though. Brazilian, Colombian coffee. Exactly. Colombia is known for coffee. I guess cocaine. It's known for like Starbucks and Yayo, which both are pick-me-ups. And I don't do one of them. I'll have a Starbucks, just a plain coffee, splash of milk, real cow milk. Did you want that with soy boy, 2%? Now, if I'm gonna get soy milk, can I at least get 100%? Do I need skim soy? Skim soy. Skim soy. Skim soy. I don't know if this cigar aged out. It feels very mild. I was expecting more strength out of this. Let's give it time to pick up, but it's only Robusto, and it's not a monster size. This is the first cigar of the day. Look, just this one, including like the MX2. I know the original Soprano cigar was good back in the day. The original MX2 was fantastic. Yeah, I know, and I recommended it. But once again, as things change and they dump stuff on CBIT for the most part, does quality control, could it change? Yeah, I think it could. I mean, if you're just dumping cigars by volume for, $2 a piece on CBIT, who knows, what changes. It's kind of like when you go to a restaurant, like, what's good here? And they're like, try the veal. And it's just chicken, but How many places are you eating chicken and they're telling you it's veal? Oh, yeah. Turn around. Every time I buy veal, I'm really eating chicken at veal prices. Turn around. Restaurants. I don't know. That's all I got. Smoke output's pretty good right now. It's starting to pick up. All right. It's starting to pick up. All right. You know what? The blend's not bad. It's not as dark or damp as the Basin. Medium strength now. Some light fig notes, which is pretty nice, but it's not pungent just yet, but it's starting to pick up. I'm hoping that the cigar picks up in strength. I'm hoping that it picks up. And the cigar is not over moist, that, it's not burning properly because it's too wet. Trust me. I keep my cigars on the drier side. Plus, I'm in Colorado. Everything's dry. But I keep them in a humidor, a couple of bovitas, and I wipe down the humidor at least once a month. But all right, pick it up. I like where it's going right now. Roasted nuts, more like a dry fig. And the difference between like a dry fig and a juicy fig. Juicy fig, picture like eating a real dark, rich fig that's just like oozing, almost sloppy, or like a fig Newton. That's the more wet fig. Or like a dry fig, you buy the little plastic container, and it's already been open up for a week, and the figs are a little on the crunchy side. But hey. The cigar's got a little bit of darkness to it as well. This is not a bad cigar. It's not going to blow your mind. In the CAO or the General cigars, it's not their best cigar, but it's better than a lot of the lower end CAOs. Like the America. Is it the America or the other one? The ones where they name it after places. I hope they make a CAO called the Ohio. The all-new East Palestine, Maduro, and Shade Grown. It's always shady now in Ohio. The sun is gone. The symbol's just a dead fish. Why is the water glowing, Mommy? It's all right, just put on your sunscreen. We're going swimming in Ohio. They're going to change Ohio from Ohio to Oh hell no. Then they basically nuked that town. And it's right on the edge of Pennsylvania. In my opinion, there's definitely reasons why they're doing this. First up, both kind of conservative states. Minus maybe an inner city like Philadelphia, but the rest of the state is, hard-working farmers, factories, hunting, fishing, those kind of folk. And they destroyed it. The Amish candles, you're going to start seeing those Amish candles. They better start making glow-in-the-dark candles, because I don't think you have to light them, and you wouldn't want to light an Amish candle now. That shit. Maybe the Amish people will start getting into night sights. Forget about True Glow and AmeriGlow night sights for your 45. Try the new Amish Glow. Self-defense was never so righteous. All right, the drawers, it's opening up. Burn's going fine. It's not a bad cigar. It's not mind-blowing, but it's not bad. Dry fig, roasted nuts, just a mild bit of spice. It's not a strong cigar. Quite leathery as well. I'm going to come back. I hope this thing picks up in strength. I'll be okay where it's at in flavor. I hope the strength picks up. These aren't bad. These are the private selection from, I guess, Kroger, or what's that other place that we have? King Soopers, all the same. No artificial flavors or colors. It's naturally flavored. But the problem is where it says naturally flavored, it says naturally flavored with other natural flavors. What the fuck did you just say? What is it? Hey, you got a nice girlfriend. Yeah, she's a nice girl. That used to be another girl. What? Did she like transcend spirits? Did she change souls? What? That's a pretty woman you got. Yeah. She's a woman with other natural women. You're like, what? I'm so confused right now. Everything you read, that's a lawyer frame right there. Naturally flavored with other natural flavors. Why is it naturally flavored enough? All right, hold on. Let's look at the ingredients. Brewed coffee, all right. Organic, Arabica coffee, cream, sugar, non-fat dry milk, cocoa powder, potassium carbonate. Here's the last one. Natural flavor. And if that doesn't prove conspiracy to you, because if it was not a big deal, just say what it is. Oh, it's natural. Oh, you know what's natural? I mean, I've read they use, what was the, beaver anus. This is a true thing. They use the anus of beaver for natural flavoring. And I'm not sure for what. I forget what it was. This is a true thing. They're using beaver anus glands for natural flavoring. I hope it's not in here. At this point, I've been drinking this shit for 3 years. But the bottom line is, oh no! Made by the Kroger Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. All right, we already bought this. It was made before the nuke. Man, we got to switch brands. We got to at least get east and west of Mississippi. Whoa, fuck. Honey, we're switching to Starbucks. Yeah, naturally flavored with other natural flavors. Flavors of train accidents. An EPA. Strict regulations. Dude, people get in trouble for releasing refrigerant, $40,000 fines. And they're like, watch this. Just flexing. They're flexing on people. You know, the blend's not bad. Well, it's rather windy right now, and even with the windows just cracked, it's like a wind tunnel vortex going on in here. I got the wind just blowing into my left ear. I think I'm starting to get like a left ear infection from just all the cold air blowing in, not just tonight, but just in general, because you only have the left window open here, and it's like my right ear is always warm in the car with the heat, and the left ear is just getting blowing in that cold wind. First world problems, right? Maybe I should wear earmuffs. How about now? You want some pizza? You want earmuffs? Nobody cares. The cigar picked up its medium to full. Started off at medium strength, went to medium plus. The cigar's dying off in medium full. So you had those transitions. Not much transitions in the blend though, but it was enjoyable. I think it's a good, enjoyable cigar, and if you're getting them cheap, then go for it. 4.2. If you're looking for a very strong cigar, no. But the flavor profile was pretty nice. So you do what you want. I liked it. The finish is picking up towards the end, getting pretty long, pretty strong. So I think I got a good hour out of this Robusto. So it burned pretty slow. the burn was going great, but after I dropped the last ash, because I couldn't grow the ash because the wind was just blowing too hard, but the wind was really blowing in, and when you have high wind and it's just blowing into the cigar, it really can mess up the burn, etc. So keep that in mind with any cigar. I liked it. It was I would say pretty delicious. It wasn't like scrumptious, fantastic, but it wasn't bad. And if you're getting these cheap on CBIT, I don't know, $3, $4, then yeah, I think you can have a good time with this. Well, I know you can have a good time with this. I think it's a good mid-tier cigar that has the availability. So if you buy it in a store for $8, sure. If you can get them cheap on the internet, which you should be able to, especially because it seems like a lot of Altadas and general cigars, you know, they have like a secondary life on CBIT and etc. And does that hurt the brand? In a way, it does, but it also doesn't, because General's really not a prestigious name, or Altadas, but within it they have, you know, higher end stuff. I mean, look at the Cohiba Spectre. The difference is you're not going to get deals on Cohiba Spectre. You're not going to get monster deals on, you know, Monte Cristo Espadas or Epics, and those are on the same level as the Spectre. But I'm saying on the upper stuff that General and Altadas makes, you know, now you could get some deals like on the Aging Room Nicaragua, which is a fantastic cigar, one cigar of the year. I've heard of guys getting pretty good deals on the internet. The question is, as time goes on and cigars that, let's say, are world-renowned, like the Nicaragua Aging Room, when they end up on CBIT or for a really low price, unless you're getting in a box, the old debate, Lucy's in 5-packs, are they second-tier cigars compared to the box cigars? Do they come in? You know, I don't know. I could say yes. I could also say no. You know, I don't have a direct answer on that. I've seen some, you know, damaged cigars from CBIT and uglier versions on CBIT, but at the same time, if they taste the same, then who cares, right? So I don't know. But if you're buying boxes off CBIT, you know, no issues. Well, except for the issue of, does getting stuff for much lower price hurt the brand? It does, I guess. But it's a gift to the, you know, end user. And I'll put it this way. If it was a true Fuente Opus X or Añejo or Hemingway's, and Fuente doesn't mess with CBIT, if you can get those high-end, let's say Opus X, and they were on CBIT for a low price, and you might be shocked, but it's not going to happen. But if it did happen, you wouldn't buy it? You wouldn't buy Opus X for $6 a piece? You'd buy them all. So I guess, one, at full price and also at gouging price, they all sell out anyway, so it's not even capable. So, I don't know. There's different realities for different cigars. And maybe that comes down to production as well. With the demand for like higher-end Fuente and Opus, and just, I guess, the more limited quantity, and also I think certain brands just don't negotiate. Like, we don't negotiate with terrorism. Certain, like brands like Padron, you're not going to see Padron even 64 natural or Maduro. Hey, $3 a stick on CBIT. It's not happening. Never going to happen. Could they? I mean, what does the cigar really cost? I don't have an answer. But when you're buying, let's say, Padron 26 for $16, well, that would be a good price at a lounge, which is possible, but that would be a good price. What did it really cost Padron? I don't have an answer, and I'll be guessing. But you can say about anything, right? So it is what it is. Appreciate the cigar, big firm. I liked it. 4.2. It was a good mid-tier cigar. And it was pretty delicious, with some interesting flavor profile. I think the original Soprano, I know the original Soprano cigar was better. But I think it costs more if you factor in inflation. But, and why did they change the blend? I don't know. Why would, just because they had to change the name, because they lost the licensing for the Sopranos. And I don't know if they had to pay Sopranos for the licensing, or Sopranos paid them, because they were, I think they probably paid Sopranos. I don't know why they was not the license. I don't know. Sopranos is like the greatest show ever made, and one of the greatest cinematic movies and shows combined. And it's a masterpiece on every level. And you barely even see it on DVD or Blu-ray. Like, I've never seen it on Blu-ray. You know, but compared to modern standards for HBO, how woke they are, they would never make a show like that now. It's just the bada bing and the talk that the guys did. You know, it's just regular street talk in that environment, but that would not be allowed in today. You look at what HBO's pushing now, it's just complete propaganda. Although it'd be hysterical if they try to remake The Sopranos now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah. You'd have like Paulie Walnuts. Maybe he's 4'5'1", you know. I don't know. What do you know? What do you say? He's out there. I don't know. The Bada Bing is just a bunch of dudes. I mean, on the stage. I mean, yeah, the show would be different. It'd be really different. God, it just, I don't know. Maybe, I forget it. I'm going off the deep end here. I wish you well. Stay fresh. Enjoyable cigar.